or anthropology would talk about one aspect of human race. Economics would talk about economics of the. But literature talks about a human being in its complexities. In all its complexity. It catches a character in all its complexities. And that is when we are able to see ourselves. So these classics have survived 200 years. Shakespeare has survived 500 years. It was in 1564 that he was born, more than 600 years. Because Othello is about human beings, about a fatal flaw. Now the fatal flaw in Othello, there are just 2-3 characters. There is this general, like a manager, and the most successful leader who's able to fight wars as terrible the war can be, demons as the terrible as they can be. But he's not able to fight at his personal front when Iago, the most evil character in the world of literature, there can be no more evil character than Iago, who's the villain of as much a protagonist as Othello, is able to poison Othello's mind against his newlywed wife Desdemona, and his it's completely based on sexual jealousy. And he actually not only kills Desdemona, kills himself. Iago kills his wife, and he kills himself. He's killed by the. Now you find that one fatal flaw because of jealousy, which is jealousy. Othello was able to do everything else which a leader can do, but jealousy he was not able to handle, and he was not able to handle intrigue. How this whole intrigue is developed around him, and then you see that how you can link it to anybody, whether it is Satyam or whether it is Rupert Murdoch. There is a fatal flaw. Now the learning is that can we identify our fatal flaw? Is there something in us which can become fatal for us? One is identify. The other is if you can do something about it, do it. The third is that if you are not able to do something about it, please don't get into leadership positions. Otherwise, you'll have a whole country. Yeah? So literature definitely is amazing. It's not that I am with the background of literature. It's not my gift to the world. It is only that I'm a part of it. And people asked him that how, and then he showed some interpretations of Othello, because he's a complete authority on Othello, because he's interpreted it from all times, and he's actually a rebel, a leader who had to earn his living, so he taught at the university, otherwise he would never be teaching there. Also, that what he said, the last point which I'll share with you, because I feel that these things are very important. Somebody asked him that there must be some motive to Iago's intrigues. Why is Iago doing this to Othello? So we have tried, Shakespeare has tried to build some reason that he has been not given the promotion which was given to Cassio, and he thinks that Othello has also, his wife has also been Othello's loved one before he got married to Desdemona. All these nonsensical things. But what Rajvisarya said was that as goodness is motiveless, so is evil motiveless. Goodness, if in case you catch small acts of J.R.D. Tata, any point of time you catch J.R.D. Tata when nobody is watching him, or a Narayan Murthy. All acts of these people like these are good acts. Goodness is motiveless. So is evil.
Law of balances.
Huh?
So there is law of balances. There has to be goodness and there has to be bad.
What I'm saying is, there
is no reason for being bad.
Yeah, they will find some reason, and it is about Othello also recognizing that how the theme which we took up for that play was innocence and intrigues. Now, do you like leaders to be innocent?
No.
No. Leaders cannot be innocent. No, it is. Please understand. Innocence, or Desdemona to be innocent. It is so waiting for Godot, Othello, Yuga. Saint Joan, heroism and martyrdom. You look at character of Saint Joan. My God, you'll realize a 16-year-old girl, what courage can do to a person. What maybe Mahendra was talking about. So my request really would be to form a small group of 5-6 people, take recommendations, what book should I read, and once a month, at least one book. And you find that as a human being, there would be so much of perspectives you get. Great, actually you start enjoying your aloneness. I from 9 to 5:30, except for a lot of people feel that I'm a very unsocial person. When I had to give a reference for my daughter's passport, I was not able to think of a person from the building whom I could give as a reference. We have to give, I'm talking of Dwarka, when I stayed in Dwarka. What is it? Reference. So that day from Noida campus, when I went back, I saw a note on the notice board that there was one lady who had put in a exhibition of salwar kameezes. So I said, this is good opportunity. I went to her house, bought a few salwar kameezes, got to network a little bit, and next day gave her name as. So I'll be very honest, I was not able to really be confident that I will give the name of a person and that person would agree that because we don't mix with people. We are so busy. And the other thing is that, I love my aloneness because I'm able to pick up a book and read it, reread it. So we don't need to socialize. Because if you can start socializing with books, a lot of these unnecessary things can be really cut off from your life, which have nothing to do with any kind of growth. So networking and socializing, remember last time I slightly reacted against them, that alright, do it if you want to, but actually at the end of the day, what is it doing to you? If you're doing it goodness for some sake, I don't do it. I really feel that this is not good. Because at the end of the day, when we hit the bed, we should be able to fall asleep flat in 30 seconds. Absolutely flat in 30 to 40 seconds, we should be fast asleep. In the sense, I'm exaggerating from the point that there is nothing which you have done which you have to think about whether I did right or wrong. Everything should be goodness because there is no motive. And that is leadership. That is what is going to take you. You will take decisions, tough decisions, but you will not have a conscience which will prick you. Otherwise, we get into a very tragic state, which is of insomnia and, what did I do? And that is not good. I think that is where. So, I personally feel that literature actually helps you solve a lot of problems. Lot of problems. Pick up a good short story. Some of my students are going on Sunday to meet the next Sunday when I take Life of Galileo, another favorite of yours and favorite of anybody who's Bertolt Brecht. It is of Galileo, beliefs and values, how beliefs change, and it's a wonderful play. Now these students are going to meet Ruskin Bond in Dehradun. Now it is a question of 3 absences and 1 great drop and a meeting with Ruskin Bond. You can imagine that, how do you handle these? That boy Rahul called me up yesterday that, ma'am, 3 sessions you have on a day. I think, I've changed my schedule. There are tough decisions which you have to take. I cannot tell that boy that don't come to the class, I'll give you your attendance. But, just see how he has been able to persuade me to, my sessions are changed, I'm not going on Saturday. If you remember last time I told you that on Saturday I'll not be able to take a class, I'll be taking a class. Because meeting Ruskin Bond is much more important than anything which I have done in the class. Anything which I have done in the class, that one conversation with that man is going to change Rahul's life. And I should not be, that great drop should not be a reason why he was not able to meet Ruskin Bond. But then I also have, there are rules which are black and white. You can do nothing with those rules. And then you are a co-teacher, and in all other courses, you also don't want your credibility. So these are very strange kind of decisions which you keep taking. Very, very strange. There would be professors who not take care a damn what is happening. But when I do all this, then I demand, I expect, and I get all responses. I can tell you, I must have called up 10 people today, right from I Discover I Ujjwal, who has already said, ma'am, 15 people. Everything to Shikhar Mishra, Accenture, everybody. Because, we work with them. It's not that when I'm networking, I'm talking of my position. They know Neerja Pandey in the classroom. And it was not done for the sake of this JPS, because I never realized that I would be ever. It was never done with the intention that I would be one day. And it is not for my own sake that I am cashing on this relationship. It is for somebody else. If I do it for my own sake, I think 100 times I will have to think. And I will never do it. I will never do it. So I think, when we talk of persuasion, leadership, literature, a lot of it is all linked to that simplicity, simplicity beyond this complexity which we are discussing in the classroom, which is actually a very simple rule, which I might have been able to get across to you in some way. Because a lot of you are still beginning on your life. Some of us are already, slightly more into the advanced middle top management, but I can still see a lot of you beginning a second career, and I'm so happy that today, it is sad that a Rajat Gupta, who was a role model on B-school campuses, now is being talked about in presentation on fatal flaws and what can undone her. It is tragic. But if you do that, this is how you will be related in the class. Can you imagine that the list which had Rupert Murdoch, Satyam Raju had also Rajat Gupta? Tragic. But what to do? Okay, so let's have Arvind, next speaker.
I think we are missing LTI.